Hello everyone, in this video, we are going to check out the top 5 best laptops for programming in 2018. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability and more. If you want to see the price and find out more information about these laptops, you can check out the links down in the description and the comment section below. Okay, so, let's get started with the video. At number 5, we have the Asus ZenBook UX330UA. The ZenBook UX330UA is definitely one of the best options in the market, if you're looking for an ultra-portable laptop that packs an impressive hardware that will guarantee you a bullet-fast performance. From a design perspective, this unit features an aluminum body that looks really modern, while the lid is really interesting, because it has those notable Asus circular patterns. When you open the lid, on the left, you'll find an SD card slot, an audio jack, and a single USB 3.0 port, while on the right, there is a micro HDMI port, a USB-C data port, and a USB 3.0 port, which means that you will be well equipped. At the bottom, there is a buttonless touchpad that holds an embedded fingerprint reader, so you can log in with a single tap and access it without any passwords. Slightly above, there is a backlit keyboard which has a decent key travel, so you can type accurately without missing any punctuation marks that are really important in programming. Finally, at the top, there is a 13.3-inch screen that shares the same color as the whole laptop, so wait until you hear what's so special about it. Now, let's talk about the features. The UX330UA is powered by a 7th Gen Intel Core i5 processor and has 8GB of RAM, a 256GB SSD, and an integrated Intel HD 520 graphics which will allow you to have many apps opened at the same time. Thanks to these specs, you can transfer content, install apps, switch between them and do everything really quick, so you can finish your projects way faster. The screen is a real beauty, due to the fact that it offers wide viewing angles with a full HD resolution, so everything displayed will look really sharp. Another great thing about this laptop is the battery life, that may last around 12 hours of continuous usage, but take in mind that this may vary, especially when you're using software such as the SQL Server, Visual Studio and similar which consume more energy. Overall, I highly recommend you this laptop because it packs everything that guarantees a maximized productivity. At number 4, we have the Asus VivoBook F510UA. The Asus VivoBook is a real example of a modern laptop that integrates a powerful hardware, excellent build quality, and a reasonable price that will maximize your productivity like you've never tasted before. From a design perspective, the VivoBook features an impressively thin 0.8-inch profile that is entirely made of plastic which mimics an aluminum and makes it comparable with laptops that cost more than $1,000. When you open the lid, you will instantly see the touchpad that is positioned at the bottom center, while at the top right corner of the touchpad, there is a fingerprint reader that will exclude you from the need to type passwords every time you want to log in. The touchpad itself has a great build quality, and so far, users haven't shown any remarks in terms of functionality. Above the touchpad, there is a chiclet-style keyboard that has a decent key travel so you can type quickly and accurately, without any problem. The connectivities are minimalistic as the laptop's construction, but you will be well equipped though. So, there is a USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0 port, single USB 3.1 Type-C port, a full-sized HDMI port, 3.5mm headset and an SD card reader which is great. But now, let's talk about the performance. The VivoBook uses an IPS Full HD NanoJ display with an ultra-narrow 0.3-inch bezel which is great in my opinion, due to the fact that the 15.6-inch screen outputs a well-defined imagery for everything you wish to see. The laptop's hardware is truly magnificent, because it is equipped with the 8th gen of Intel i5 processor, an Intel UHD 620 graphics, 8GB of RAM, 1TB HDD, and 128GB SSD, which will ensure quick loading times, plenty of tabs and apps running at the same time, so you can plenty things at once, and most importantly, meet the deadlines. Moreover, the battery life can last between 4 to 6 hours depending on your usage, which is still good, since you can always plug it to your charger and keep working. To conclude, I'd recommend you consider the VivoBook seriously, if you're looking for a laptop that justifies its price tag with its blazing fast performance. At number 3, we have the Dell XPS 9560. The Dell XPS 9560 is widely known for its versatile capabilities that are oriented toward users of different professions. Even though it is labeled as gaming, it means that after you've done with coding, you can switch to gaming and relax yourself, so let's begin right away. From a design perspective, the laptop features an aluminum exterior, while at the inside, there is a carbon fiber, that is followed by a soft touch paint, that will take your breath from the moment you open it. But what's so special about this laptop, is its 15.6-inch 4K IGZO panel touch display, that is proven to satisfy even the most demanding users, with its capabilities that expand the borders of how visuals should look like. Slightly below, there is a standard, backlit keyboard, which is pretty useful when you're coding at night, because you can see every key properly, and avoid any mistake that would result in a bug. At the bottom, center, there is the touchpad, which has a quality surface that will register all of your swipes, but since you'll be programming, I would recommend you use an external mouse. For everything else, the touchpad does its job perfectly fine. The connectivities include two USB 3.0 ports, a Thunderbolt 3 multi-use port, an HDMI 1.4 port, an audio jack, and an SD card reader, so you shouldn't worry about anything. Now, let's talk about the features. This laptop is powered by an Intel Kaby Lake i7 processor, NVIDIA's GTX 1050, 16GB of RAM, and 1TB SSD, which means that you can't simply ask for more in terms of speed. Not only that, you will have an opportunity to work with your specific software, but also, as a programmer, you can have plenty of tabs opened, and read the knowledge given by Stack Overflow. When you're done, then your gaming experience may begin, and be sure that it will be followed by a lag-free gameplay, which is always welcome. Moreover, the battery life may last for a full working day without having to bring your charger around you, but take in mind that everything depends on the workload. Overall, the XPS 9560 is worthy of considering, so if you ever decide to purchase it, you won't be disappointed. Next up, at number 2 we have the Microsoft Surface Book 2. The Microsoft Surface Book 2 is one of the most sold laptops in the market due to its exceptional performance that will elevate your productivity to a whole new level. From a design perspective, the Surface Book 2 features an aluminum construction that is accompanied by flexible and stable fulcrum hinges that will allow you to use it in 4 modes. Or to be more precise, you can use it as an ordinary laptop, as a tablet, in the studio, and in a view mode depending on your requirements. In addition, the 15-inch touchscreen has a maximum resolution of 3260 by 2160 pixels, which I find it pretty useful, due to the fact that the content you see it will be well defined. The connectivities include two USB 3.0 Type-A ports, a USB Type-C port, an SD card reader, and a 3.5mm headphone jack, which is quite adequate. The keyboard and the touchpad are fascinating, and according to those who've purchased this product, they didn't deal with any issues in terms of responsiveness. For your information, the keyboard is backlit as well, so the chances of missing any key are literally set to the minimum. But now, let's talk about the performance. The Surface Book 2 is powered by an exclusive and fascinating hardware that will never disappoint you in terms of speed. Hence, the hardware is composed of an Intel i7 processor, 16GB of RAM, 256GB SSD, while the NVIDIA GTX 1080 with 6GB will equip you with gaming capabilities as well, with the intention to maximize your experience. Thanks to these specs, the boot time is really quick, and also, when you're having multiple tabs and apps working at the same time, you will barely notice a presence of lag. Another great thing about this laptop is its impressive battery life of up to 17 hours of video playback, but, in practice, everything would depend on the apps you're using, and other factors that drain the battery faster. Either way, the lifespan is pretty long, so you don't need to have your charger around you. To conclude, I'd recommend this laptop to the programmers, as well to everyone who is looking for a quality laptop that can significantly improve its productivity. At number 1, we have the Acer Aspire S15. The Acer Aspire S15 is a top option for every programming enthusiast, who wants to find its own way into the world of programming, without paying a large amount of money. From a design perspective, the S15 comes in a black body that is accompanied by concentric circles that can be found on the keyboard deck and on the top of the lid, so Acer did a great job in creating a simple yet handsome laptop. When you open the lid, at the bottom, there is the Acer's Precision touchpad, that will register every gesture you make with your fingers and easily substitute your mice. However, it is quite difficult to cop up with a touchpad as your coding, so I'd recommend you use your external ones. Above the touchpad, there is the backlit keyboard which has a decent key travel, so every key will sit precisely to your fingers, with the intention to let you type precisely. At the top center, you can instantly see the 15.6-inch HD display, that has an aspect ratio of 16:9, and a maximum resolution of 1366 by 768, so the visuals will be pretty good. Moreover, the connectivities are robust, so you can find a single USB 3.0 port, 2 USB 2.0 ports, an HDMI out with HDCP support, an RJ45, and an SD card reader, which is great for the price. Now, let's talk about the features. This model integrates an Intel Core i3-6100U processor, 4GB of RAM, and Intel HD graphics 520 and 1TB HDD, so for basic programming, you should be more than fine. These specs aside from programming, will give you a chance to have multiple tabs opened while web surfing, a bit of gaming, so we can say that this laptop is really versatile in performance. Another cool thing about this laptop is its 4-cell, 3220 mAh, Li-ion battery that can last for 6.5 hours of usage, which is close to a typical working day. Overall, the S15 is a great option, so if you don't want to spend a large amount of money for a decent laptop, then this one is for you. Thanks for watching, I hope you liked this video. If this video was helpful to you, please remember to leave a like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this in the future, and if you have any questions related to them, please leave a comment down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can.